Hi everybody, how you doing? Some weather, eh? Going from one extreme to another this week, aren't we? Anyway, I did have a wee plan to take you around the garden today and show you some little bits of equipment and stuff that I use here in my own garden. But every time I step out the door it comes on hail, or snow. So I thought we would do something a wee bit different. What I thought we'd have a wee quick look at is some herbs, because I was thinking, it's great to have the space in a garden, and the space that it gives you is brilliant, and the options that it gives you for growing is also brilliant. But what if you don't have that? So what if you've just got a windowsill? So if I was to show you around the conservatory right now, you would see there's not much windowsill left in here either. So my partner, God, he must just go nuts some days coming in here. Seed trays everywhere, pots everywhere. Never mind. I have to put up with Land Rover bits so he can put up with pots. What was I thinking? Herbs. Herbs was what I was thinking. Herbs are really good for beginners. They're really good for beginners to start out with, because they're quite simple, and they can be quite easy to grow just on a windowsill and in a tray. Just something like this, for example. You could be growing dill. You could be growing parsley, chives, coriander, mint. All of these are quite happy to sit on a window ledge, and they will germinate for you on a window ledge. So what I've got in this one here, and this is not these two, by the way, let's take these out for a wee second actually. These are some that I've sown, oh god, just after the middle of March. I think it was the middle of March, maybe a wee bit later after that, can't quite remember. But we've got some dill here, which is really nice with fish. We've got some thyme. There's a wee problem there. There's a little bit of damping off occurring on this one, but keep an eye out. There's something coming up that you can help with that. We've got some coriander that's away and running, and we've got some parsley here as well. So this is just one tray, and there's 4 rows of herbs here. So this is something that you could think about as well. So this is one that I established last year. This is rosemary, and again, it's just lovely, just the smell of it. And if you like a wee bit lamb, lovely on a bit of lamb, but also nice in some flatbreads and stuff as well. If you've got recipes for flatbreads, these are good. And then parsley. This parsley's looking a little bit past it. It's been getting hammered a bit this week. This one, we've used the parsley quite a lot this week. So, but that's the great thing about them as well, is they're called, kind of cut and come again is the term that's used for these things. You hear it with lettuces and stuff as well. And basically that just means that you can remove part of the herbs, use it in your cooking, and then you've still got a bit of a plant growing on as well. So generally speaking, you don't remove any more than sort of a third of the plant at one time. But what I do is I just come along and harvest off a little bit there and then when I need it, give it a wee rinse under the tap, dry it off with some kitchen towel, and add it to whatever it is we're cooking. So it's a brilliant way to get going. It really is for beginners, and it really is for people who don't have a lot of space, and you can get a lot of pleasure out just looking after them as well. So give it a wee thought. It is something to have a wee think about. And I'll tell you another good way to get into it. If you're out in the supermarket, you're way out doing your essential shop, then if they've got any of the little herb plants, then those are a great way to get going as well. Because what they do, so okay, my parsley looks a little bit leggy. If you were to go and look in a shop, that would look really bushy, sitting on a supermarket shelf. But I'll let you in on a wee secret, as they probably ram about 25 plants into one pot. So that's how they end up getting them looking really bushy. But you can take advantage of that. So you can take that pot and just gently split them apart a little bit, all these little plants that are inside, and put them into half a dozen pots, and you've got a good wee harvest there going on. So that's something to think about as well for supermarket stuff as well. If you buy any in there, then you can use it. So anyway, that's what I thought I'd talk about this week. I was going to have a wee look at sort of warming up beds and things, and how we can sort of speed that up a little bit, because we're that little bit further north. I was going to have a wee look at that, but we'll maybe leave that because there was snow on the ground this morning, and one of the things that I use, my pop-up dome, nearly blew away yesterday, so I had to go running through the garden to retrieve that. So we'll maybe have a look at that when the weather's settled down a bit. We've got. I'm gonna have a blatant push here of a little online course that I've got coming up. I think I mentioned it last week. How to sow seeds workshop. Basically, this originally was a workshop that was going to come on the 19th of April. We were going to have it held up at the community gardens, but obviously with everything that's going on, if you can hear the noise in the background right now, that is my dog snoring. Okay, so with everything that's going on, obviously we can't hold it at the gardens. But what I've done is recorded movie footage this week for the first session, and I will be putting that out on the 19th of April at 11 o'clock. The first part, so it's going to come in 4 parts. The first part is a wee look at sort of seeds themselves, a little bit on the different parts of the seeds and how they actually germinate, and we'll go from there. So the first part I'll put out 19th of April at 11 o'clock on how to sow seeds, and I'm not very technical with this Facebook lark, so I'm not sure if we can organise a watch party or if I'll just come online afterwards, and if anybody's got any questions I'll answer them that way. I might take some technical advice from the colleagues on that one. Anyway, we'll get it out to you some way or another, and you're more than welcome to join us and watch along if that's something that you're interested in. Okay, so I'm hopefully just going to finish off here. I just show you Sleeping Beauty here. Let's see if we can get a little image. Where is he? Oh, I'm not very good at this, am I? Oh goodness, is he way over there? Look at that boy. Oh, Bubba, fast asleep. There you go, that's who was snoring. Have a good weekend, everybody. Keep safe.